me tell you, no girl wants to get in bed with a guy who can go, ha! Let me see you take your pants off!
I don't think she's looking mighty fit today. Let me spread those cheeks. A, B, C, D, E, F.
I gave away my money.
Ignition in 75.
Right, but
I gave away all my money. And do you know why, Doctor? I gave it away to be like you. So I could be kind, so I could be nice, so I could be helpful. I had a subconscious infracutaneous retrofold memory loop, making me act as soft as you and give away 166 million pounds.
Yes, Donna, but destruction of London?
Oh, I'll show you destruction, mate.
So you might have not seen me since like the 31st, where I had a couple of videos. Yeah, it's been a while since then. It's been I just want to take 2 days off. Usually I only take 1 day off per week, but I just wanted one more, just because I like. There's a lot of stuff being uploading. I'm still having problems with this. This is my second time trying to like render it, and that would be the videos from like not throughout the whole year because it didn't start this thing until like September. This one like next at the end of this time next year you'll see a whole video including this very one. This will be like the third couple of minutes. I don't know how long. Never mind. That's not the point. So that's happening. I don't know if that's gonna be today. I've still got it. I've got all the stuff, so I feel I could like get it done. It's just taking a while. I'm like, yeah, I could pay £40. No, not doing that. Like, I just needed to just put the videos together and upload it. I don't mind about the watermark. The watermark's fine. I uploaded it on Wonder Chef Filmora. Not sponsored, I'm just saying that's actually what I'm being uploaded on. So I'm just wanting to, just keep an eye on it. But yeah. It's going to take 3 hours. But anyway, this is the third video of this year, and I'm excited about, like, my new ventures, like, going into acting and trying that. Because that is my plan for this year.
Proven that people are fans of TikTok, the platform, and not creators on said platform.
So there's one of this on Game Theory. MatPat does an episode on this, which I think is interesting. But the one thing which I like, and I want to see if this is true, like, is it true that we're just like the platform? And the way that I'm going to do it is, if you see this video, then your top 3 favorite TikTokers. I would say my 3, one of them I can't think of the name, which is not a good sign. But it's the guy that talks about the puzzles, and his logo is basically a Rubik's Cube. So like British, and does the sort of like what do you think filters, and it's all about puzzles, solving it, and understanding it. My top 2 favorite, I do know, which is Panda Red, which is, actually I'm going to change the third one to Craig Not Craig, because Craig Not Craig's funny. Then I have Panda Red as my second one, which I think is like, I like his skits, and I like when he comes up with like the weekly not weekly, like Regrettable Heroes. Besides when it came up with Squirrel Girl, that's a war crime, if I've ever seen one. But that was, I thought, was like a fun sort of thing. And lastly, my number 1 is Straw Hat Goofy, because his sort of like film, and there's, even though like there's a couple of films that I like and a couple of series that I love, that like I just really find his sort of like view on films really interesting. So yeah, if you have your top 3 favorite TikTokers, put it in the comments. I want to see if we can have a bunch of TikTokers, and I'm going to see if, like, yeah, can we name our top 3 favorite TikTok? This is not needed in this video, I just wanted to do it.
I come to say goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's on a little trip.
Charlie, will I ever see you again?
Sure you will, kid. You know, goodbyes aren't forever.
Then, goodbye, Charlie. I love you.
Yeah.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
3 things on this video. One is I feel like I'm going to use this sound, but I'm going to do it in something, I don't know. It's not important, I just like the sort of like end of 2023 sound, and I like want to probably like do this because all of these videos like this one is inspiring me. Anyway, 2, that video is absolutely really good. It just looks phenomenal. I know this is like me being like, yeah, this is like, they only have 1,000 followers, and that's not me bashing them, that's me saying I feel like they should have more. So if you haven't followed the channel, I speak too much YouTube. Anyway, if you haven't followed the account, go and follow. They make amazing content with Doctor Who, thieves that you haven't seen, and so much more. They work with sort of like puppets, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, amazing, and absolutely spectacular. So I am definitely saying it is worth you watching. I also have to say I'm gonna cut for a bit. I'm kind of impressed because this moment and this moment here are me showing twice in the video, and it's like, oh, here are people who duetted with me, who like I think I really like the videos. I'm like, it's like felt so good for like someone being like, yeah, this video is good. I know it doesn't mean anything, but like to me it's like, yeah, this video is good because like I make these videos not as a content creator, because like I know there's a lot of people on here who are doing this as a business, who are doing this or like as a job. I like making funny videos. I like doing this fun, weird stuff, and it's fun. But you have, and like having someone being like, yeah, here's all the videos that I've made and people duetted, and I liked, and I was in it twice, and I thought I was just so, yeah, that was it. I found this, and I'm an Eevee fan. That didn't look good. Oh, okay. So I feel like this looks the most useful. And then I'm going to pick this one. Oh, now I'm going to go for a smaller one. Which one looks... I think the most useful is this one. Ooh, flying. I don't think I've got a flying. Actually, I do have a flying. And this is definitely Diglett, if I'm not denying it. And then I've got this one, which I don't know what that is. Oh, I've got 7. Oh, I'm good. I'm fine. The only one I know for certain, because I don't know the rest, but I'm pretty sure... I don't know if there's a name for the Triolet or something like that. This one down here is with like Diglett, but Trio. I don't know if that has a unique meaning, but yay, Eevee.
That's right. You've arrived on Spider Sex Talk.
I'm sorry, what? 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 Just when you think you've seen everything that TikTok has to offer, just reels you back in. But if you really think about it, it does give a whole new meaning to that film 8-Legged Freaks. That has split in it.
Happy Festival of Sleep.
Oh, Festival of Sleep. Oh, okay, good night then. Well, I'm going to sleep. It's a flexible sleep. It's the best time for I take a nap. Good night. So, yeah, the next couple of ones, because I've got Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, which most likely I'll put into one, and then I'll do like tomorrow, and then the next 3 days will be this one, the sort of 3 movies, and maybe I'll put the TV series in. I don't know, but most likely I'll put it as something separate, but that's not the point right now. There's going to be at least 2 days or 3 days of, you know, Christmas in January. I've picked the wrong days. I could have brought this up to Christmas or wait until next year, but, you know, I'm doing that. Anyway, so I wanted to watch it for the longest time, and I decided to put it on, like, during Christmas for last year. It sounds stupid. It sounds one of the most movie things, but anyway. So I did. And it was fun. I watched beforehand, but I think it's a Nostalgia Critic review of it. And, like, it's fun. It's really interesting. The way that they've got the characters in, like, this interesting, like, oh, these people love these people. It makes sense. It's logical. And it's like, that makes sense. I understand all of this. All of this makes logic. It's fun. It's amazing. And overall, it's just a blast. So I definitely, absolutely recommend to watch this. It is fun, it is amazing, and it is definitely worth watching. So yeah. Let's see what I get. What am I? I'm trying to prove to my mum that nope. I can't convince myself, so that's a losing battle. So yeah.
The reason you have memories is so that if something bad happened to you in the past, you can figure out what it was that was bad, and you can figure out why it happened, and then you can not do it again in the future, right? It's very practical. And it's the same on the positive end of the spectrum. If good things happen to you in the past, then conceivably duplicating whatever you did to get those good things to happen could have them happen again in the future. So it's practical memory, and it's oriented towards action, and it's oriented towards like the quality of your life, not to the description of the objective world, even though that may be a useful thing to do, at least under some circumstances.
No! Stay back!
Wait, where'd you get that piano?
I don't know. I never counted. I am not really a math guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, use this filter to see your monster guardian. Just point it at a blank space and let it appear before you. Look at this guy here. I think I would name him. Ladies and gentlemen, use this filter to see your monster guardian. Just point it at a blank space and let it appear before you. Look at this guy here. I think I would name him. Ladies and gentlemen, use this filter to see your monster guardian. Just point it at a blank space and let it appear before you. Look at this guy here. I think I would name him. Ladies and gentlemen, use this filter to see your monster guardian. Just point it at a blank space and let it appear before you. Look at this guy here. I think I would name him. Ladies and gentlemen, use this filter to see your monster guardian. Just point it at a blank space and let it appear before you. Look at this guy here. I think I would.
Put that away, you psycho! Oh my god! Jesus!
Distracted by product placement when you're watching a movie, but here's some movies that actually did it, and it went pretty hard.
So I thought about this. So this video by like Straw Hat Goofy was like talking about like how it's like the product placements are like really good and like cool in like sort of movies. If you want to watch that, watch that then. But the one product placement back for was like, I don't think it counts as product placement because it was something completely different. Was an older one, and it was back supposedly. This is what I've heard. So if it's wrong. But this is what I've heard, and this is one of the things that I'm like, ooh. So in the like Wallace and Gromit, I don't know if it counts as a movie or not, and they go up to sort of like the moon, and it's like sort of like made out of cheese, and they go there, and they're like, it's that sort of like fun, and then they're like, and then they say, look, Gromit, and then it's like Wensleydale. And they have that, and they used Wensleydale. I don't know the exact line, but I know they said Wensleydale to make him sort of like grin. And at the time, that was the company was going to bankrupt, so that saved the company. So it was like that was like saying a company that sort of like brought it back. So I thought that was like just one of the more interesting stories about it. I don't know if this is useful for anyone, but I just thought
Put that away, you psycho! Oh my god! Jesus!
Okay, so let's try this. Try this. Try this.
Here's how to make a custom Lego Gwen Stacy. Starting at the top, you're going to get the hair from Black Canary, then you're going to get the face from Princess Leia, followed by the torso from Luna, some dark blue arms, and finally you're going to get some purple legs. And now that we have all the pieces, let's make this minifig. And here we have my Lego Gwen Stacy. And for an accessory, I gave her some flowers.
Flowers. Okay, let's see what I get. What do I get? What do I get? Oh, it's funny from the last video. Good night.
I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. Fucking younger. Oh my.
So, yeah, more Christmas. Again, I'm just doing them both in today because I forgot to record it yesterday. So let's go. 2 videos anyway, but still gonna do the 2. Split them up. Because I do believe there is a difference and a different feel. So you have Santa Claus 2, and Santa Claus 3. So, through this trilogy, because originally I wasn't going to watch it, I heard a bit about it, at least the first one, and I know about Jack Frost being a thing. But that's it. That's all I knew of it. It was like, oh, okay, this is a thing. But I didn't watch it because like, oh, I don't think I'm going to like it. And I'm like, it's actually good. The first one's hilarious, and it brings like the fun comedy, and it's just overall fun and interesting. And if you compare the trilogy as 3 continuous things, it's like a good intro to like how the world works. It's more like simpler. You get more of like just the family that exists and the real world than the magical world. The second and definitely the third sort of like move that forward. So I'm gonna go back to the first one. But the first one's like a good like intro into like, oh, here's how it works, and here's like what it basically is. And I know a lot of people go, it's basically like Christmas and a better version of what Hop tried to do, whereas like, oh, you're just trying to introduce, but like this is done better. Even though I like Hop, Hop's just weirdly enjoyable for me. But this is just fun, entertaining, and just really interesting. And when you go on to the sort of like the next one, which is Santa Claus 2, you're sort of building up. One of my favorite scenes in this, and it's slight spoilers, is when you get like the meeting with all the people who's like, here's present, because you knew that like one of them, the person there, is like, I've just wrapped up a bunch of boxes and that's it. And then it's like, oh well, here's the presents. Who wanted as kids? They're not boxes anymore. And it sort of like goes forward and it's really interesting. And then you obviously have Santa Claus 3, which again is just fun. And this was the one that really like amps up sort of like the festivity and brings together sort of like the people and brings them together into this sort of like, it's like, oh, here's the thing. Because they didn't bring it up before, but it was like, oh yeah, but what about like stuff like Easter, Christmas, and like you have like the Easter, and you have like Live, and you have this, and you have like all of them. It's like, oh yeah, those. And it's like funny, interesting, and I just like Jack Frost, and it's like really funny, and just I think it's just a really good. The one thing I love is I don't really watch much of the credits. Too much. Definitely in some of the older films. Because then they did like a really good intro and then the credits were like, here's credits. Nowadays you kind of get a bit of both. You get like an intro and then an outro, which are both good. But the outro of this is just like bloopers. And I will live for that. I will live for that. That stuff is just the funniest in my opinion. So yeah. This is sort of like the 3 movies. So, season 1 and season 2. But, again, actually no, it's just this note here. So, season 1, I think is interesting because it sort of deals with, like, the successor. And it deals with trying to, like, look into the next person. And dealing with like the idea of like Christmas and like giving versus like having. Like yes, with Christmas you have and you get a lot of items, but it's more about giving than anything else. And I love the idea, and I love the idea that like you don't really get like evil, manipulative mastermind, or like you just get someone who's like, yeah, I've had. Like, I'm trying to do the right thing, and yeah, I'm just trying to do this. I think it's annoying, but it's like, oh yes, and they forgot their memories. What a shame. But it's like, why? They could have just been existing, like, oh, we promised to keep it quiet. And that would have been interesting. But yeah, no, they're just gone, and will never be seen in the series, which I think it's sad. Because I liked the character, and I feel like I could have gone further. But season 1 was really good with that sort of dynamic. And what was happening was just fun. And definitely sort of like the children sort of like dynamic with the story was more, it wasn't just like, here's Santa Claus and here's people like reacting to his decision. You have a lot of people having like decisions. And then season 2 is even better because you get Mad Santa, which was referenced once in season 1, which seems like they're going to do a thing where like they might pull out something for the next season, which would be interesting. And I feel like this will maybe end with Santa Claus' retirement, which will be fun. But overall, this is just really interesting, really exciting, and definitely worth it with the fun. And yeah, this is absolutely sort of like amazing, awesome, and just great. So I definitely 100% recommend to watch season 1 and season 2. And I'm hoping this is season 3.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey! Hey!
So there I was, stranded in the year 200, 100, ankle deep in Dalek dust, and he goes off without me. But I had this. I used to be a time agent. It's called a vortex manipulator. He's not the only one who can time travel.
Oh, excuse me, that is not time travel. It's like, I've got a sports car, you've got a space hopper.
Oh, boys and their toys.
All right, so I bounced.
I was legitimately asked the other day, why don't I have a stepladder in my house?
Okay.
Why don't I have a stepladder in my house? Could it possibly have anything to do with the fact that I grind men's bones to make my bread? Could it have something to do with the fact that the first person I met who was taller than me was literally a Harlem Globetrotter? Could it have something to do with the fact that I have legitimately triggered a fear of heights in short people simply by picking them up? Might it have something to do with the fact that every time I hear that, damn, that's a big bitch audio on TikTok, I think, could it have something to do with the fact that I've run out of tall things in this apartment to touch? Could it have something to do with the fact that I'm really tall?
And you're ugly, just like your mum. Did you just call my mother ugly? Shut up! I mean it. I will end you.
Cat. Your tail.
What about it? Oh, I see. I've chopped it off. Well, that's interesting because... Son of a bitch! Stay strong, we live eternally. All is well in the Afton family. Lives they felt in pure insanity. All is hell in the Afton family.
What are you doing, you oaf? She's pretty. And you're ugly. Now let's get to work.
You got a blaster? Sure. Get it open.
What's wrong with your sonic screwdriver?
Nothing. Sonic Blaster, 51st century, weapon factories of Villengard.
You've been to the factories?
Once.
Well, they're gone now, destroyed. Main reactor went critical, vaporized the lot.
Like I said, once. There's a banana grove there now. I like bananas. Bananas are good.
What the hell is that on my radar? Is that? Oh, it's a Su-57. I'm mistaken you for being a bomber since you're so goddamn huge for a stealth fighter. You really think you are able to hide from radar flying around in that city block of an aircraft? You want to know what the 57 means? It's the area code given to it because it's a fucking giant. You're so goddamn big that you make the F-22 Raptor look like a Honda Civic to an F-250 Super Duty on a lift kit. Oh, it's a 5th-gen fighter like in the Tom Cruise movie? Wow, that's really cool. Like that matters when an AIM-120 is rapidly approaching to your exact position. Pull that one dumbass move from the movie. You may dodge one missile with that, but you can't dodge this 20 mil going straight into your cockpit. Tell your airbase to send more 57s to your position. Oh, wait, that's right. There are only 21 of you in the world, and they can't risk sending more 57s out because you're so goddamn expensive. Meaning you're all alone. No allies, no friends, and most of all, no bitches. It took you 10 years to get from first flight in 2010 to being in the Russian Air Force in 2020, and even then you haven't seen shit. The Raptor did it in 8 years, and its introduction was back in 2005. You're already outdated and should move on with your pathetic existence. The only way for you to be truly a stealth fighter is to not exist at all. Go back to your hangar and stay on the ground. So that way I can't see you, and then you can do what you were built for, not being seen.
Just a small update if anyone wants to know, the video for the 2023 finally uploaded. You don't need to watch all of that, I'm going to do more of the yearly things, and I'm finding a more efficient way to do it, so yeah. So I've just found, I watched this series a while, and it's one of the more interesting, sort of like, weird romance shows. Because you have like, the stereotypical, oh, this person has bad luck, which I think I've seen in 3 different things. One, I forgot, like, the family gets bad luck, they put a coin into a wish coin, and then another people get bad luck. And then, like, Miles Murphy's Law, but, like, that's an interesting idea of, like, someone gets bad luck of sorts. I don't know if it's, like, a thing, or if he's just clumsy, because it seems like he has a lot of bad luck. I mean, you have, like, a person who's very, like, fun, and has this QA, but has this also determined angle. And I think it's, like, a really fun idea of, like, putting these two people, like, against each other. Be like, ooh, this, but this. And it's fun, interesting, and really creative. And I just think it's just fun. I also like the way that they figure out, like, how would they get out of the situation? How are they going to like, oh, this is bad. Okay, how do we figure out the next step? How do we get out of this bad situation? And how do we like, I know it's just simple stuff, but for me it's just fun. And it's like really interesting, sort of like a nice, cute romance, slice of life. That's it. But I like it. So yeah, I definitely recommend to watch it.
Next.
Wait, am I?
Dead? Yes.
And are you?
Jesus? No. I'm Peter, but I get that a lot. Thanks.
No, I thought you were Gandalf the White.
Oh, no, hold on. Before we let you in, what's the password?
Oh, there's a password?
Yep.
Is it password?
Nope.
Is it password but the O is a 0?
Yep, that's it. All right, come on in. Oh, hold on. Looks like you actually have two-step verification set up. Did you get a verification code?
You know what? I think I lost my phone in the accident I was just in. The one that killed me.
Okay, is there another number we can send it to?
You know what? Just send it to my wife's phone.
I don't see her.
Oh, I guess she survived the accident.
Well, we're gonna have to send you to hell.
What?
I've got a tragic tale for you. Oompa, loompa, dumpa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Be a cat, it's always time for a snack. If your human's busy cooking, you must jump up on their back. Lots of treats you deserve, why your human's there to serve. Try their dinner, it's delicious, don't believe me, lick the dishes. You can beg, you can steal, be a pest at every meal. And don't listen if your human calls you fat. When your human's eating, it's time to start pleading. Be a cat, yes a cat, be a cat. No one fights like a cat, chases lights like a cat. When there's plastic to chew, no one bites like a cat. For there's no one as naughty or crazy. When they're hungry, they give you the stare. Oh, they sit in the strangest of places, and everything they touch gets covered in hair. No one eats like a cat, begs for treats like a cat, wakes you early and attacks your feet like a cat. As a pet they can be so infuriating. Oh, but I do love my cats.
That's right. You've arrived on Spider Sex Talk.
I'm sorry, what?
So this point is for nothing, but the one thing I love is probably I world design because a lot of people put this in the washing machine. This is the mug now. You can't see. I might get another one of these because I like this. So yeah.
Midnight already? Time to play. Hey, I heard they hired a new guy.
And it's his first day.
I'll try out all the cameras to see what they do. Let's check the animatronics. Did one of them just... Midnight already?
Time to play.
Hey, I heard they hired a new guy.
And it's his first day.
I'll try out all the cameras to see what they do. Let's check the animatronics. Did one of them just...
I'm doing another one. I want to see. Ooh, I'm gonna get this one again. This one looks the most powerful out of this. Ooh, this one. That's not good. I've got two of the same. This one. This one. I might make a couple of these because it's not in one, but I just like this. Dare to do better. That's still pretty good. Again, I just love Eevee, so yeah.
Carl! There is a dead human in our house!
Oh, hey! How did he get here?
Carl,
what did you do?
Me? I didn't do this.
Explain what happened, Carl.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Tell me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home.
All right, well, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was sitting in my room.
Yes.
Reading a book.
Go on.
And, this guy walked in.
Okay.
So I went up to him.
Yes.
And I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Carl, that kills people.
Wow, I didn't know that.
How could you not know that?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong here. I suck.
What happened to his hands?
What's that?
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
Carl!
Well, I was hungry, and, well, you know, when you crave hands, that's...
Why on earth would you do that?
I was hungry for hands. Give me a break.
Carl!
My stomach was making the rumblies that only hands would satisfy.
What is wrong with you, Carl?
Well, I kill people and I eat hands. That's two things.
Carl, what on earth was all that?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
You sunk an entire cruise ship, Carl.
Are you sure that was me? I would think I would remember something like that.
Carl, I watched you fire a harpoon into the captain's face.
That sounds dangerous.
You were headbutting children off the side of the ship.
That must have been horrifying to watch.
And then you started making out with the ice sculptures.
Well, thank God that the children weren't on board to see it.
Carl, why is the lifeboat all red and sticky?
Well, I guess you could say it is red and sticky.
Carl, what are we standing in?
Would you believe it's strawberry milkshake?
No, I would not believe that.
Melted gumdrops.
No.
Boat nectar.
No.
Some of God's tears.
Tell me the truth, Carl.
Fine. It's the lovely elderly couple from 2B.
Carl!
Well, they were taking all the crescent rolls.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I will not apologize for art.
Where are the other lifeboats?
Whoa, you won the prize. I didn't even notice that.
Where are the other lifeboats, Carl?
Looking at the trajectory of the moon and the sun, probably at the bottom of the ocean. I bet lots of holes in them.
Carl!
I have a problem. I have a serious problem.
You are just terrible today.
Shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of forgiveness.
That's the sound of people drowning, Carl.
That is what forgiveness sounds like. Screaming and then silence.
So, what if season 2? I didn't watch it because supposedly it was airing 1-1-1-1. I just watched it roundabout when it came out, sort of nearer to the end of the year. So, I think this is 10. A lot of people are like, this is better than the first season, and fully, I love this season. You have a noir, you have an old school sort of 80s movie. You have sort of a Die Hard movie, sort of why am I saying movies? Episodes. You also have Captain Carter back, who I think is the best character from season 1. And I absolutely love the last episode with the big battle. It is so absolutely good. And the one thing I love is how it links it to, obviously, if you know, you know, just sort of Loki. Again, Loki season 2. I want another season of this. What is season 3? Because we know, I think there's rumors of season 3 already, because we have something to do with the Red Guardian and Bucky, which there's a small clip online, which I know is a thing. But this is one of the best Disney Marvel Plus series. It is absolutely mind-blowing, fun. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, what about the current characters? And yes. Fully, they could have had some stuff with stuff from Hawkeye, stuff from Miss Marvel, and more modern stuff and more newer characters. But I know why it makes sense why they're doing the older characters and then bringing in the new ones. Maybe, I don't know. But that would have been fun. Season 3 doing a couple of those. But this is one of the more funnest series ever. I would recommend to go and watch it because it is so cool.